If you're a senior thinking about buying a condo, this video could save you thousands of dollars and really help make it a smoother transition. Because most people walk into a condo purchase excited about the view, the finishes, the location, and they forget to ask the questions that actually matter. The ones that protect you. The ones that tell you whether this building is truly a good fit for your life right now and in the years ahead. I'm Rhea with the Downsizing Daughters group, and today I'm walking you through the 7 questions every senior should ask before buying a condo. And these aren't just nice to know answers, these are must ask questions. So grab a cup of tea and a pen because you're gonna want to write these down. Question number 1. What are the monthly costs associated, including the fees, taxes, and utilities? This one sounds obvious, but you would be surprised how many people fall in love with a unit, see the purchase price, and think that's the only number they need to worry about. It's not. When you buy a condo, you are taking on monthly condo fees, property taxes, and utilities on top of your mortgage or purchase costs. And when you add all of those up, the number can be very different from what you expected. So before you get emotionally attached to any unit, get the full breakdown in writing. Ask for the exact monthly condo fees, the current property tax amount, and what utilities are included versus what you pay separately, and then add it all up. This is what your real monthly number is, and you need to make sure it fits comfortably within your retirement budget. Question number 2 is the reserve fund healthy? And are there any special assessments coming? Okay, this is the one that catches people off guard the most. A reserve fund is the money the Condo Corp sets aside for major repairs down the road, basically like a savings. Things like replacing the roof, fixing the elevators, and updating the plumbing. Every condo building needs to have one. Here's the problem though. If the reserve fund is underfunded, meaning there's not enough money in it, the Condo Corp can issue what is called a special assessment. And this is essentially a bill sent to every unit owner to cover a shortfall. And it can be in the thousands of dollars with very little notice. So before you buy, ask to see the most recent reserve fund study. Ask whether the fund is in good shape. And ask directly, are there any special assessments planned or anticipated? Your real estate lawyer should also review the status certificate, which will flag any issues here. Question number 3, how old is the building and what major repairs have been done? An older building is not automatically a bad thing. Some older buildings are incredibly well maintained, but you need to know what you're walking into. Ask for a history of major repairs and improvements. Has the roof been replaced? What about the elevators? The windows? The plumbing? When were they last updated? And equally important, what's coming up? If major systems are aging out and the reserve fund is not ready for them, then that's a red flag. Think of it like buying a car. You want to know the maintenance history before you drive it off the lot. Question number 4, are there any active lawsuits or disputes involving the Condo Corporation? This is the question almost nobody asks, and it's so important. Condo Corps can be involved in legal disputes, whether that's with a contractor, a unit owner, or even the city. And if there's an active lawsuit, it can affect the building's finances, its insurance, and even your ability to sell the unit in the future. This information lives in the status certificate, which your lawyer will review before closing, but you can ask the owner or the property manager well before it gets to your lawyer. Question number 5, is the building fully accessible, including elevators, ramps, and wide doorways? Here's something I always tell my clients. Don't just think about who you are today. Think about who you might be in 5 or 10 years. When you're buying a condo in retirement, accessibility is not just a nice feature, it's a long-term necessity. Walk through the building with fresh eyes. Would this space work for you if your mobility changed? If the answer is no, then keep looking. Question number 6. What are the condo rules and what amenities are included? Every condo corp has its own rule book, and some of them will surprise you. Can you have a dog? Is there a weight limit? Are you allowed to renovate your kitchen, or do you need the approval from the board? These rules vary hugely from building to building, and some of them are absolute deal breakers depending on your lifestyle. I had a client one time that walked away from a unit because they allowed Airbnbs and she didn't want to be in a building that had that for security reasons. So you'll also want to find out what amenities come with the building. Is there a gym? Is there a lounge? A rooftop terrace? Guest suites for when family visits? Are there any extra fees to use any of them? Knowing what's included helps you understand the real value and what you're buying. Question number 7. How close is the building to healthcare, transit, and groceries? This one is about your daily quality of life, and it matters more than people realize until they're actually living there. How far is the nearest grocery store? Is there a pharmacy close by? What about your doctor or a walk-in clinic? Is there a bus stop or transit route nearby in case you're not driving one day? Can you walk to things that you need, or does every errand require a car? I always recommend my clients drive or walk the neighborhood before making a decision. Do it on a weekday and a weekend, and visit in a different season if you can. Location is something you can change after you move in, so make sure it works for you and your real everyday life. So there you have it, 7 questions that could make the difference between a condo that feels like freedom and one that feels like a mistake. If this was helpful, I'd like you to do 3 things for me. First, save this video so you have it when you need it. Second, share it with someone you know who is thinking about making a move. And third, reach out to us directly. At the Downsizing Daughters Group, we help seniors across Durham Region turn what feels like an overwhelming process into a smooth, simple, and supported journey. We offer a free home evaluation, and we'd love to talk with you about where you are and where you want to be. So visit us at downsizingdaughters.ca. You've worked hard for this next chapter, so let us help you get there the right way.